Hello, teams. I am going to go over the team charter and the team roles within this course. So I'm going to go ahead, share my screen, and get started here. Okay, so here is the assignment. So here we are, team charter assignment. And so what it breaks down is everyone's shared responsibilities. You can see there's a little bit of blurb here on that. There are some guidelines. If you are able to have an actual virtual meeting together, then here are some guidelines for you. Now, of course, you may not be able to have a virtual meeting and you may be depositing information in a virtual forum, Google Docs or something of the sort, and that's fine. But this is sort of a guideline that can help you. But when one team member does include something in the Google Docs, it is everyone's responsibility to read it and review it to see what's going on from that team member's perspective. There are some basically, the how the roles work together. So you can see that they're all planning and working together for the common report. And the project manager basically oversees the work for everyone. And we have each of these roles. This is just a brief overview on how they work together. So keep that in mind and review this information. And then here, if you need help at all, please reach out to me whenever you need it. You don't have to wait for office hours. I'm available pretty much any day, morning, afternoon, evening. Just send me a message through Canvas inbox over here and let me know your availability, and I will schedule a Zoom call or we can have a phone call, whatever you'd like. All right, so the next thing I want to point out here is when we go to the tips for success, some additional just, bits of information to help you along, and then what helps to make a good team member. So again, you want to be a good team member and include, you are graded on your team participation, so please do keep that in mind. And then we have the actual breakdown of the roles for each team member. And then after that, we have the team charter template. I'm going to show you all of that so you get a feel for it. So what we're going to do is start out with the first role for the project manager, and then you can see what that role looks like. Each role has about 4 to 6 hours of work per week, although this is an accelerated course, so you may need more time to complete your work. But you get an idea of your primary responsibilities that are mentioned on the team charter page. But here we have a little bit more information to help you out about what you expect to do each week. And then the key responsibilities broken down into sections. So you can see what's involved there for the project manager. Project manager is mainly managing the teams and making sure everything gets done and submitting the assignments, editing the assignments, making sure everything is good to go. And if there are problems, please reach out to me and let me know if there's something that cannot be resolved. All right, so the next role is the strategic planner. This is an interesting role. They're all interesting roles, but here, this is an interesting role as well because you're looking at the strategy of the company. You'd want to either be involved in the interview or actually do the interview with the business owner, but you certainly want to videotape or audio tape the interview so all the other team members that are not able to be there at that time can review the interview so that that can help them with their writing and their part of the team charter. Okay, so there at that point, the strategic planner will consider certain things from the interview, like the SWOT analysis, other types of strategic frameworks. And so you may need to go into the library we have the library guide, which works with our School of Entrepreneurship to help give you the right resources that you need for strategic planning. And then certainly writing recommendations and so forth. But you can take a look at this and see what's going on here. We'd like to see as many team members as possible attend the interview, but if you can't attend it, well then certainly the project manager should make sure that at least the project manager is there, or another member of the team is there to make sure that it's audio or video recorded. Okay, let's move on to the next is the experiment manager. So now this role is a little bit different because it takes on the experiment associated with the company, with the business. So here, I would suggest that you move ahead to module 9, review that module so you have a clear indication of how to design an experiment. Now you have several different choices. You may want to create a survey for potential customers of the business. You may want to interview potential customers. You may want to interview actual customers. You may want to have a focus group for actual customers or potential customers. But you decide what type of experiment you would want to do that's appropriate for the business. Then, of course, you would want to be sure you have approval from the business. And then when you do construct questions, then you need to send those questions to me as soon as possible because I need to obtain IRB approval. That is the Institutional Review Board approval for any time anyone, whether it be faculty or student, is working with human participants. That means asking them questions. So we need to get that approval. So please send me the questions, the list of questions that you'll be asking as soon as possible. All right, and then you can decide how you're going to distribute them and so forth, and so on, and you can review the rest of the information there. You're going to be writing about it, tracking the information, and so forth. Okay, let's move on. Now let's go to the industry researcher. So the industry researcher, you're going to be working with the library again, and this is a great place. Now, I can tell you, IBIS World is a wonderful resource that has lots of industry data that can help you with the industry that your business is associated with. You may not find the exact industry, but you will find a close industry and you'll be able to extrapolate data from there to help you with your writing. Now, we don't need an enormous amount of data, but you do want to understand the industry and see what's really happening in the industry to see how your business is comparing with the industry. And then you can see what you need to do here. Again, you'll be spending time doing some analysis and so forth. Let's move on to the next, which is the data analysis, analyst. And here you're going to be looking at the data. You're going to be working with the experiment manager and regarding the data that's collected from the experiment. But you're also going to be looking at other types of data as well. You'll be looking at from the research analyst, you'll be looking at data from that person. So everyone will be working together as a team to help each other to have the best quality information that we could have. All right, so we'll be working along the team, gathering this data as well. Again, a video or audio. Now, it doesn't have to be this particular team member, the data analyst, but someone needs to be in there to audio or video the interview. So just because it's mentioned right here doesn't mean you can't ask another team member, can you please take this role for me because, it's not working for me, or I need some assistance. Please don't feel bogged down with your role. Your team is there to help you, and the project manager is there to help you as well. And I'm here to help you. So keep that in mind. All right, now let's move on to the team charter. So here, what we would do is, whoops, let's get that back up. I would like the project manager to complete this, or certainly the team members can include their information here, but I'd like it submitted by the team project manager. And so you would want your team number included, everyone's first and last name, contact information, availability, your team assigned role, so I know who you are, and it's good for you also to keep track of that. Basically, how the team will communicate, you put your answers in here. Now, the team project manager does need to get the information from the team, so please share your information with the project manager so this can be completed on time. And then we just want to, try to avoid any conflict here. So what will the conflict management plan be? So just put some information in here that you've all agreed upon, that if someone doesn't respond, what will the procedure be to move forward? And please don't put down everyone, contact professor, like some of the items you can work out within your team. Other items, yes, please reach out to me when you're stuck or you're having a problem or something is not working properly. And that is it for that. Oh, I do want to show you here that we will grade you on your participation with the team. So keep that in mind, that you will be graded by the project manager. What is your contribution? The project manager keeps track of everyone and what they're doing and how they're contributing. So this can hurt you tremendously on your grade if you're not contributing to those areas, meeting the deadlines, quality of work, quantity of work, and then communication skills. Those are the priorities in getting this together with your team. So just want to this does not get filled in now while you're creating this team chart. This is just to make you aware that this is there. And later on, when you're completed with the entire report, that's when the project manager will complete this form. All right, so let's see. I believe this is where we are here. And so I want to thank you so much. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns. I'm really looking forward to working with you.